He chant, he was still a student. He started from grade 1. He said in a few minutes.
My Guru Maharaj's mercy, he used to visit Boise every year, and there my mother, she started homeschooling us using Śrīla Prabhupāda's books, using the Bhagavatam, and we used to read Bhagavatam at home, and as a result of that reading of Śrīmad Bhagavatam and chanting Hare Krishna, we started college when we were 13 years old. And one thing that Guru Maharaj actually inspired us was, I used to chant when I was like 8 years old. I sometimes used to chant 5 rounds, sometimes 4 rounds. So what he said is that we should chant, he just to inspire us, he said we should chant the number of rounds according to our age. So after that, that was a really nice inspiration. So when I was 8 years old, I would chant 8 rounds, 9 years old, 9 rounds. And by 35. It's actually a good idea, you know? And then by the time I was 15, it was so close to 16. So, well, by the time I was 14, it was close to 16. So we just started doing 16 rounds. And then I got initiated when I was 15.
What did you do after that?
So after I went to university, and then I completed my bachelor's and master's in electrical engineering by the time I was 19. And then I took 1 or 2 years off. From time to time, by Guru Maharaj's mercy, I would travel with him. By his mercy, by his grace, get some inspiration to serve. And then I did my PhD at Oxford University in science and religion, particularly Hinduism, Bhagavatam, theology.
You're now a professor. Where?
At Aurora University near Chicago.
Yeah, the older brother. Everybody associates people. Older brother. Okay. Very chant, immortality. Good question.
Guru Maharaj, in one of the lectures, you mentioned that Arjuna illusion was gone by the end of the Bhagavad Gita when Lord Krishna asked him. So his illusion was gone when he heard Lord Krishna. So my question is, day in, day out, when we work life, like professional life, we deal with people who are either like in the mode of passion or ignorance most of the time. So during that time, how should we manage our life that we should be in Krishna consciousness, our thought process?
People go live in the world. And one may have to live in 2 worlds. One world is the devotional world, and the other is the professional world. Alright?
Good.
So, Bhagavad Gita gives an example of Lord is even mortal, but not just for the world. If you have prepared in the morning by chanting and so on, then there's a good chance in the daytime you'll be able to remember the law. It's like even some kind I suppose it's one book distribution. Those who do good sadhana in the morning, they do very well in book distribution. Those who do sadhana in the evening, they don't do so well. So, the early hours in the morning are very conducive for chanting and hearing. Yeah.
I find it very difficult to reach to people who are rich, professionally very successful, but there are all sorts of these arguments against Krishna consciousness. How to preach to them?
It's not that. I mean, you bring Krishna consciousness before. You say you find it difficult to preach. You know, I mean, there are moments. So the point is, we should preach, majority may not accept it. The minority will. In that minority, you have educated people. You will have rich people. Of course, in Bhagavatam we read, more things become an enemy. Too much wealth, too much education, proud personality, beautiful wife. And nothing on the beautiful worldly wife. I mean, Bhagavatam says, these four become your enemy. That's the spiritual path. But not with everyone. I hear so many devotees who are very rich. They have been humble, down to earth. There's so many people who are very educated and they still devoted. But there are cases, these four factors will influence you to become proud. You read and preach, and you do our duty, Krishna will let us. Actually, we have no qualification to preach. We should just pray to the Lord. He made us an instrument and preaching His glory. Everyone is satisfied. My doing, my duty, I open this. Yeah. Everything went I, and then I will let it run down. So better to be humble and take yourself totally unworthy. Everything I'm so worthy. That's right. Hallelujah. Okay, I didn't want to do more than that. Yeah.
Maharaj, what happens to a devotee who at the end of his life may not remember Krishna? Unfortunately.
If he's a devotee, he will remember. Somebody has been practiced. Then he should remember. But you may have a situation. Someone's done good devotion and he dies in an accident. And in an accident, sudden accident, you will not be able to remember. But Prabhupada says, the devotee is unable to feel because that service he has done, that service is coming good. That's true. We've had cases where somebody just passed away in an accident. So, it's not that the Holy Devotional carrier is gone in me. No question.
Maharaj, how do we elevate ourselves to the next level? Just when we do very bare minimum 16 rounds in order to do more, how do we get the inspiration to do more than 16 rounds?
And you progress spiritually, get attached to the holy name. We have two things in the Bhakti. Sadhana Bhakti and Abhinava Bhakti. Sadhana Bhakti means you follow rules and regulations. If you follow the rules and regulations regularly, then you get to the next stage, which is spontaneous devotion. So if you go and chant, you reach a stage where you want to chant all the time. Of course, some those who do job businesses, you don't say, stop doing your job, just chant. Oh, there's a story. Lord Chaitanya was traveling in South India. Came and stayed in the house of a South Indian Brahmin, Brahman. I want to leave home. I'm tired of staying at home. I want to go with you and bring. But she said no. But we have with two children. over there. You heard Lord Chaitanya Gopāl. Stay at home, chant Hare Krishna, be the glories of chanting Hare Krishna. Read the Bhagavatam and distribute them. This is the Lord Chaitanya said, God will be with me, I will always be with you. This is a very important guideline for Grihastha. Sometimes they get panicky. Oh, how is it going to break up? And you will build happily. Anything else?
Maharaj, when we do our bhakti and try to advance in devotional service, so does Maya also get stronger to test us in bhakti?
Maya is going to get stronger day by day as Kali-yuga expands. As Kali-yuga expands, devotees go to be more quarrelsome, more lazy, more misguided. And you can see Maya is expanding very fast. Of course, devotional service is also expanding. It's like these smartphones. These smartphones are shortcuts to hell. You can have pornography there, you can have everything, whatever scene. You can gamble there, you can watch movies there. You see, you had to go to a movie theater. You don't have to go to a movie theater. You're right in your cell phone. And you can gamble on there. You can do horse racing on there. You can go deal in the stock market. What is it that you can't do? You wish you do everything on the smartphone. People are not buying rich watches now, but they can see their time on the smartphone. People are not reading newspapers now. They get all the news in the paper on the smartphone. So the smartphone have it's changing. So as one example, where devotees, they try to keep all the books on the telephone. I am a devotee. They go to the office, open up the computer, and they're reading the Bhagavatam. While the boss thinks he's in work. So, the smartphone, I say a blessing and a curse. And a blessing if you use it correctly, a curse if you don't use it correctly. Okay, anyone? No more questions? Yeah.
Guru Maharaj, as I'm wearing the Kantimala, in my mind sometimes I think like some people are thinking bad about me and I think bad about them. So it is a big aparadh, right?
Why should you think bad about them?
Because sometimes they say things like that it's not good for us, like maybe thinking, oh, I'm doing so much and things that I'm doing, like especially Krishna consciousness and like the family members or whatever, they may be thinking that why
I'm talking about family members.
family members or friends or anybody.
They think bad of you.
Yeah.
Why should I? Let them think bad of you. But you don't think bad of them.
Oh.
We don't believe in tit for tat. I never say that. You don't believe in that. You think good of everyone. You be respectful to everyone. You be truthful in your dealing. You be humble in your dealing. The other person be arrogant and rude, tolerated. That's what it means in humanity. Okay?
Oh, okay.
We need a lot. Ask two questions. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. My question is, like these days we are allowed to work from home, and as a devotee we have to be honest and we should keep integrity with our job. But sometimes as a devotee you listen side by side, sometimes classes or kirtan, and sometimes you start searching something. So like 1 hour or sometimes it goes in your dead aspect. Is it justifiable?
The basic question is, we're working from home.
Yeah.
I work, what can I do? That's what you try to work on. Honestly. Where did you work honestly?
Because if you're listening same time, sometimes your work can be a little slow. It depends upon what you are doing. But
So, work honestly. Work as if you were in your office. But now, working from home, many companies now are realizing it's not the problem. They have no solution. In India, when they started working from home, some studies were done to show that there's more disharmony that there's more fighting at home now. And then they would go. Everything is a plus point and a minus point. Without question.
Guru Maharaj, in the Bhagavatam and so many books, we see that like the sages, they had to meditate for thousands of years or over the course of many lifetimes to attain the Lord. So is it possible for us in one lifetime to go back home, back to Godhead? Is it actually
That's the
possible?
most serious thing in Prabhupada said. Meditate. If you chant your rounds and follow the 40 minutes, and then you go back to God. We have Prabhupada's guarantee. And Amazon gives you a warranty. You have 100% faith. If I don't like a product, I can return it. Some people use a product and then bring it back. But Amazon knows that. That's part of the business strategy. We have faith in Amazon's guarantee. We don't have faith in Krishna's guarantee. Maybe we may not be. We will have faith. And we practice our faith will get stronger. Okay. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you.
Maharaj ki
Jai.